The following is a presentation of ABC Sports. Join us this February when the world comes to America for the 1980 Winter Olympics.
Live from Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas, it's the Philadelphia Eagles against the Dallas Cowboys. The Eagles still in the hunt for a wild card playoff berth, and still, for that matter, hoping to cut down the division lead of the Cowboys. The Eagles' weapons are self-evident. There is the rifled-arm quarterback, Ron Jaworski. There is the brilliant wide receiver, number 17, Harold Carmichael, the man who has caught at least one pass in 106 consecutive games. Then there is the running of Wilbert Montgomery. How great he can be, as he was right there against Cleveland a week ago. But what do you do about Dallas? We asked Dick Vermeil.
Well, you play hard. I think we'll play the heck out of them. I really do. We've never beaten them since I've been in Philadelphia, and I think it's about time we really make a run at it.
Well, if Coach Vermeil is going to beat Dallas, he's got to do something about that brilliant Dallas defense, third in total defense in the NFC. He's got to stop the passing of that man, Roger Staubach, who right there hit Drew Pearson, touchdown. And then, how do you ever stop Tony Dorsett, the extraordinary runner? That's the job. Dallas against Philadelphia tonight.
20 seconds there. Stand by, all cameras.
1 and 2 ready.
Stand by, open your mics on the field.
Standing.
Ready, stand by. Slow-mo. Slow-mo's ready. 3, 2, 1. Take tape.
Live from Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas, ABC's NFL Monday Night Football, the Philadelphia Eagles against the Dallas Cowboys.
The standings in the NFC East tell you the importance of tonight's contest. Dallas with a game-and-a-half lead over Washington, a nifty two-game edge over Philadelphia. But as we said, Philadelphia still very much in the hunt for a wild card berth, and even perhaps with dreams of winning it all in the NFC East. They get that kind of leadership and that kind of dream from a leader like Dick Vermeil. The Cowboys, in fact, despite their record, have been struggling some in recent games. So have the Eagles, too. And the Cowboys must look past this game, if they're human tonight, to the fact that they've got 3 games in 10 days. Next Sunday, it's Washington at Washington. And then Thanksgiving Day, the physically punishing Houston team. And while they have had their struggles of late, because they haven't put their offense together, Dan Deroux remains terribly close to his former teammates, and he's here to tell you some of the things they plan to do tonight.
All right, let's see. Well, the first thing I want to tell you, it's Cliff Harris's birthday. And Cliff would like nothing better than to be out there playing. He's been hobbled for the last couple of weeks, and I think he probably will be. It's also Jim Myers' birthday. Jim Myers, the offensive coach, doesn't want to play, but he sure does want his offensive line to do that. It seems that Dallas has a way of kind of going through a season. They've had good teams. They can win tonight and clinch another winning season, 14 in a row for them. They start looking for things that might be wrong. In the last couple of weeks, they haven't been running too well, and a lot of blame they've been throwing on that old Dallas Cowboy offensive line. It's actually a pretty good line. The fullbacks are not really picking up a great deal of that weight that Tony Dorsett has been trying to carry all by himself. But I think they're a good football team. I think they probably should beat Philadelphia tonight, but who knows, with a guy like Vermeil and these guys he's got, what could happen, Frank?
Well, he's got a fine running back in Wilbert Montgomery. We'll look forward to looking at that. Montgomery, also Tony Dorsett. How do you beat the Cowboys? Well, it is a problem. Cowboys have beaten the Philadelphia Eagles 21 of the past 23 times. And with that in mind, we talked to Dick Vermeil about his approach to the Cowboys.
Well, I've used different approaches attacking Dallas, and I've never been successful. Tonight we're going to be a little bit different. We're going to try the nickel and dime passing game like other people have tried. Change up the down and distance situations that we normally run. We'll pass. When we normally pass, we'll run and do these things, and then get them up playing the shorter pass game and then go after them deep.
A little reminiscent of a conversation I had with Fran Tarkenton a year ago. We asked him, how do you beat the Cowboys? You throw on first, second, third, and if they let me, I throw on fourth. The Vikings did beat the Cowboys. Can the Eagles? We don't know. We'll be back with the kickoff in a moment.
You know, it's really gratifying to see so many guys today enjoying tobacco without lighting up. Just like me, they've gone smokeless. Now, I'm kind of partial to Skull with the wintergreen flavor. Or for straight tobacco taste, try Copenhagen. Or mild Happy Day.
Great, if you're just starting out.
There you go. But whichever, just a pinch between your cheek and gum is all it takes. And I'm mighty proud to say that Copenhagen Skull and Happy Days are official sponsors of the 1980 Winter Olympics.
Saturday, first undefeated Ohio State battles Michigan for a Rose Bowl berth. Then the #1 team in the nation, Alabama, takes on Miami on ABC.
Opens at quarterback, leading the entire NFL with a rating of 89.1. A remarkable athlete who brought the Cowboys back against the Giants last week. Tony Dorsett is in there, 5th in the NFL in rushing. Wide receivers, Drew Pearson, a clutch man if there ever was one. And Tony Hill, there's your offensive line. You can see why it's been termed the Irish Connection. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Quick toss, Tony Dorsett. Huge opening, and Dorsett exploits it out over the 40-yard line. Out to the 44-yard line, first down Dallas. Bernard Wilson defensively for the Eagles, and you see the explosiveness of Tony Dorsett, and let's look at it again.
But it's not the fullback running, but it's that quick pitch to the outside. You see a real good block by Newhouse back in there. Dorsett actually just cuts and goes to the outside. Little quick pitch, got a good block on the old big foot by his
ball at the 44-yard line. Scott Laidlaw, he'll shuffle into plays. He gets the call. The handoff to Staubach. Finds an opening over midfield and breaks the tackle. Comes up with about an 8-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 2 inside Eagle territory. The veteran defensive end is Claude Humphrey, perhaps the best lineman of the down 3. Carl Hairston. There are the linebackers. They missed Bill Berge. A rookie is in his spot tonight. Robinson, an All-American from UCLA. Bobby Howard on the corner has been around a long time, 13 years. They're very open about it. They have not been happy with their ground game. The first 2 attempts have been successful attempts. 2nd down and 2. Drew Pearson in motion, number 88. Staubach, play action fake. Looking for Tony Hill. He's wide open.
touchdown.
6 points. Tony Hill.
Boy.
Sprinting past the zone. Touchdown, Dallas. 3rd play of the ball game.
One of the things that can always make this go if you've run 2 good runs right before them and set it up, had time to throw. Had a little motion move by Pearson. You saw Hill come down and go straight to the middle. Nothing really fancy, but you see Pearson coming in behind him. If anything, he just blew right past number 22, Bernard Wilson, and it didn't get over there in time.
In front, 7-0. 3 plays. The Cowboys on the scoreboard. Tom Landry wondering what Billy Joe Dupree did wrong. We'll be back in a moment.
For 1980, Datsun reinvents the pickup.
Gonna pick you up like never before.
With a new King Cab, only small truck with rear jump seats inside. Datsun's gonna pick you up with the hard-working, high-mileage Lil Hustler. Or new Datsun Long Bed, over 7 feet for extra cargo. Who's got the truck news? To revolutionize trucking.
I'm Big Daddy Don Garlitz, and I have $100,000 invested in my car. And I have confidence in the Kendall oil I use.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm Dave Woods, and I have 6,000 hard-earned bucks in this car. You know what oil I use? Kendall. Not because he likes Kendall, but because I like Kendall. Helps keep my engine running clean and purring like a kitten. So maybe it's not a $100,000 race car, but I treat her like one.
Protect your investment with Kendall Confidence.
He'll tell you he likes to go long, but he has gained discipline under his coach Dick Vermeil. Wilbert Montgomery heading for another 1,000-yard season, over 1,200 last year. Great day last week. 197 yards, offensive line. Woody Peoples playing a little hurt. Flex 4. There they are. Larry Cole is in there. We hope to see more of John Dutton, who was acquired, the great All-Pro from Baltimore a few weeks ago. The linebackers are steady and they're strong. The cornerbacks, Benny Barnes, Aaron Kyle, they both play hurt, but they played that way before. 2nd down and 8. Carmichael split to Jaworski's right. Jaworski to the air. Goes out of the flat, and that could have been picked off. It was intended for Montgomery. D.D. Lewis. Prevent defense, Dallas. 5 defensive backs. Dennis Thurman, number 32, setting up with the other 4 defensive backs. 3rd down and 8. Pressure on Jaworski.
Oh, he is
has
high.
to unload early, intended for Keith Prepley. Incomplete. 4th down. Philadelphia must punt.
What Dallas would like to do is build up a big lead in a hurry, knowing that, as I mentioned earlier, they've got 3 tough games in a matter of 10 days.
Max Runiger, an 8th-round draft pick, a rookie from South Carolina, deep for Dallas. Steve Wilson. He has not been able to break one. There he has. He did return a kickoff for the Bears for a touchdown. They know he can do it. That one was called back. He is standing at his 30-yard line. Runiger, a high kick, a beautiful punt that Wilson is forced to call for and make a fair catch at the 25-yard line. So Dallas is on top, 12:59 remaining in the first quarter. Dallas leading 7-0. We'll be back in Irving in just a moment. Boys in the shotgun, 3rd down and 3. Jay Saldy is also in there, number 87 for the Cowboys. Inside handoff, Dorsett. Walker's in front of it. He'll have the first down as he gets up close to the 38-yard line. Up into there by Randy Logan. First down, Dallas. Jay Saldy in the wing spot. Out of the shotgun.
Oh, they don't want to see that.
Staubach lunges close to a first down. I believe he's short. Again, it will depend upon where they mark the ball. He knew where the sticks were. Tried to get there. Carl Hairston made the stop. And, of course, Newhouse, having been hurt much of the season with a small fracture in the fibula. He's back in there, however. Pearson in motion on 1st and 10. This is Newhouse. Got a good block from Dorsett. A good defensive play by Frank LeMaster. Held Newhouse to about a 4-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 6. Goes left. Laidlaw, 35. The setback of Dorsett. This is Dorsett. And Tony has a first down at the 40-yard line, outrunning Randy Logan for the sticks, getting the first down.
Certainly, this has been a fired-up team from the opening whistle.
Had 3 offensive plays. Dallas leading 7-0. Staubach bombed at Tony Hill on the 3rd play of the game. Staubach is in trouble. Bunting is there defensively. Claude Humphrey was in there first, forcing Staubach out of the pocket, and John Bunting was in there on the blitz. 2nd down, 13. Pearson right, Tony Hill left. Staubach, a lot of time. This is Dorsett. Drops the football. And I believe it's Robinson. Jerry Robinson, the All-American #1 round draft pick, pressed into service tonight, gets the turnover for Philadelphia. And this is something that, as great as he is, Tony Dorsett has a tendency to do. He pass rush. Aaron Mitchell is in there at one of the deep backs, number 34 for Dallas. 3rd down, 10.
Look at that move by
Harvey Martin, but it was Bruce Thornton. I believe it was 79. You were watching, Don. Harvey Martin, he went all the way around the line of scrimmage. His man had to pick him up, and Bruce Thornton, the rookie from Illinois, was in on the sack.
You don't see that kind of a trick up there that often. You're right.
Max Runiger, the rookie from South Carolina, who had a beautiful punt on his first attempt, his only attempt. Steve Wilson, respecting Runiger, has moved back inside of his own 20-yard line. Runiger again with a beautiful high spiraling kick. At this time, Wilson takes it to 17. And Wilson gets up close to the 25. They'll mark it at the 24. A 47-yard punt, and a flag is down.
Eagles an automatic first down.
Number 58 defense holding before the kick. First down.
And that, of course, is Mike Hagman of the Cowboys. First down, the Eagles. Montgomery on the play action. Screen goes out to Leroy Harris. Nothing but Cowboys with Harris. Headed by Bob Bruni. It'll be 2nd down and 9 this Saturday. John Dutton is in there for the Cowboys, number 78. 2nd down and 8. Jaworski with the time. Incomplete. Going to Keith Krefley. Good defensive play by Randy Hughes, who is having a great year, replacing another great safety man, Charlie Waters. Jaworski getting pressure from Harvey Martin, and somehow Carmichael caught that football.
He certainly did.
He was down there with Cliff Harris, Aaron Mitchell, and he just took the football away from them.
Well, you saw Harvey Martin come through. He got so so close. I don't think that ball was just right the only place it could be caught. And that streak is still alive. Look at the big man go. A good athlete again. That's Mitchell worked on him short. Coming into the inside. Mitchell is right there and just missed the ball. Harold Carmichael.
Consecutive game. That's an all-time NFL record. Comes a safety blitz. Jaworski reads it. Fires and it's complete.
That's a good reaction. They saw the blitz. That has to have the coordination and timing with that outside receiver. And once again, you see Carmichael come in. What a great receiver, Frank.
Oh, 4-yard line. Philadelphia down 7-0. 4:16 remaining in the first quarter. Wilbert Montgomery gets to the outside and he runs into Randy Hughes. Loss all the way back to the 38-yard line. 3rd down and a long 6. Pressure again for Jaworski. Looks for Carmichael. He almost collects it. Defensively, it was Benny Barnes, but it was Harvey Martin pressuring Ron Jaworski into an early throw. 55, 57 yards out. On 4th down, keep in mind, it's a quarterback, John Schwara, who is the holder, number 21. This is a 53-yard attempt. The flag's down. Ball a lot of distance. Hooked it to the left. Again, a flag is down.
Side.
And the offside's indicated against Dallas. It'll still mean that the Eagles will be short of a first down by about a yard and a half. Henry is there, 31, along with Leroy Harris. Looks like a rugby scrum coming up. Play action. Carmichael.
Now.
Great call.
How about that?
If you're going to beat Dallas, that's how you do it.
That's what Camille said in the talk that he had with Frank.
3:12 remaining in the first quarter. The Eagles with a little bit of help from the officials and the Cowboys, and a lot of help from Harold Carmichael are on the scoreboard. Down and 6 for the Cowboys. The ball inside the 33-yard line. Staubach to the air. Pressure from Humphrey, but he finds Laidlaw. First down. And Laidlaw struggles to the 45-yard line as Staubach was popped by Claude Humphrey. Whoever played this game has heard those strange telephones many times.
4 for 4. That's not bad.
The first down for Dallas at the 45-yard line. Butch Johnson's in there, number 86. And Dorsett runs by one Eagle, but taken out of bounds.
That was Reggie Wilkes that came up there and actually...
I'll tell you, official is down.
Wait a minute,
really
an official was hit. That's right.
Over there. Exactly. I couldn't see.
I don't know. I couldn't see either, but I'll tell you this. This is at least the 3rd time we've seen an official go down this year, and we're seeing it more and more, and that's a very disturbing element.
All right, back to my fumbles. Okay.
Well, what's interesting?
What is interesting before I get back?
Leroy Harris of Philadelphia fumbles 1 out of every 28 times he touches the football.
All right, let's see what happened over here. All right, let's see. That's old Bigfoot, and Bigfoot got him. Nice clean block, Bigfoot.
That's the back judge, Ben Tompkins, going down. Just upended. He appears to be all right. So we've got out of 2 apparently serious injuries, that neither one appear to be that serious. Not as cerebral as the missing Preston Pearson. Out of the shotgun. Staubach in trouble. Down he goes.
Not so much, I don't think, breakdown of protection that time as maybe good defensive coverage down deep, because he had, that was, you don't ask him to hold him out forever back there.
Being retarded doesn't mean you can't reach out and hold on to life. I'm Billy Joe Dupree of the Dallas Cowboys, and these are some people I care about. At this United Way agency, every day is a challenge for these kids, and hopefully a small victory. I've been blessed as an athlete through my life and giving back some of these blessings that have been given to me to people who are not as fortunate as I am physically. I guess it gives me a sense of responsibility toward them, and it will feel a lot closer to the program and to the people involved in it. If you can manage to go in and to visit a United Way agency or some type of affiliated agency that deals with retarded people, I think that you and yourself will find some place in your heart to go out and do what you can to help these people too.
Gentlemen, tonight we're brought together here by 2 things we all love: good food and light beer from Miller. I want to take this opportunity myself to tell you I tell you, I don't get no respect.
Garçon, je dis saignant. Si elle est pas saignante, non,
But what is it?
Meatloaf sandwich and a light.
Gentlemen, as we all know and appreciate, light has 1/3 less calories than a regular beer, and it's less filling.
But the best thing is it tastes great.
Less filling.
Gentlemen. Hey, Deacon, pass the roll. Hey, Charlie, that's my beer.
No, this is by your broccoli. This is my broccoli.
That's my beer.
What's wrong with you guys?
Hey, Bubba, you want the peas?
Ooh, you gonna eat all that?
Just showing off.
Gentlemen, in closing, I'd like to think I speak for all of us when I say if it wasn't for light, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Hey, you're profound.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Sensational Sugar Ray Leonard, Olympic champ, unbeaten as a pro, now goes for the title against undefeated Wilfredo Benitez this month on ABC.
Drew Pearson out to the right for Dallas. Pearson in motion. Staubach looking for Hill. He's there. Incomplete. They mark it. I'll tell you, that was a ball was well thrown. He threw right over Reggie Wilkes and right in front of Herman Edwards. First down, Dallas.
You see the flow go away. Dorsett going the other side. It's hard for Wilkes to then adjust and get back out. He did get in fairly good position, as you pointed out, Frank, but that ball is right on the money.
He
he's
really
sharp tonight.
buzzed it in there.
He really is. Right on the money.
16 yards thus far tonight. Has become the third Cowboy to have gained 4,000 yards. Staubach again. This time he's short of the first down.
Get it.
It was Lem Burnham who made the stop. It'll be fourth down. There he is.
They're doing a good job of closing out two outside receivers with it.
Well, I don't know whether you've announced, but I do know that you have a nice war chest in case you do.
It's also an indication we're in troubled times.
Danny White answers. Max Runninger with a beautiful punch. Shara takes it to 24. Gets away from two Cowboys. He's got open field. Shara.
What a run back.
Beautiful run back by the former UCLA All-American quarterback down to the 45-yard line of Dallas.
The punt return still remains one of the most exciting plays in football. Let's look at Johnny Shara again.
All right, Barnes is here first. Look at Benny Barnes. He usually is down there. Goes blip right by. That was also a miss by Mitchell. He just picked up some blocks. They ran over one another out there. That looks like Runninger missed. You see, they couldn't get him.
That was a 32-yard return and some of the finest tacklers on the field. Midfield comes in for Philadelphia. Third down, call it 8. Inside handoff, that's a change-up. That goes to Wilbert Montgomery. It did not fool the Cowboys, however. Fourth down, and we will see Tony Franklin. I'll remind you again, I said earlier, he's kicked 2 this year of 50. A lot of distance, but I believe he might have hooked it again. Misses left, and the Cowboys will have the ball at the line of scrimmage, their own 28-yard line. He was holding his leg when he came out on that last series. Danny White, 10 of 21 thus far this season. No touchdowns, 1 interception. He replaced Roger 2 weeks ago when Roger was hurt in the Pittsburgh game. First down, Dallas. They have the ball at their own 28-yard line. Newhouse gets the call. And Bobby ambles up to the 34-yard line. Good run.
Good run indeed.
Illegal motion, 2 backs in motion at the same time. First down.
Well, we don't do that. So up the field, he's gone into the dressing room. We'll have a check up there. White out of the shotgun.
Right on the money.
Dorsett. And I believe he gets the first down with a little bit of extra effort.
That's not a bad throw right there, guys.
LeMaster was there, along with Bobby Howard defensively. Dorsett has the first down. 2 years in the WFL at Memphis. Is the quarterback with Roger Staubach on the sideline. Deep thigh bruise.
Look out.
Fired into Tony Hill. A lot of Eagles were in the area. Number 1 was number 55, Frank LeMaster. 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun. White has all the time he can want. The ball is batted away. Ball batted away. I think it was Dennis Harrison who goes about 6'8". Jaworski changing it up on a 1st and 10. And he goes, Harvey Martin. Martin's 5th sack of the year.
No, Jaworski's hurt. Oh, no.
No.
And that's a shoulder, I'm afraid, because Harvey came right around and pushed him awfully hard. Man, he had good pressure that time. It's Stan Walters, I believe, that was up at the top of your screen here, and that is Stan Walters.
Right around Walters.
Good pressure on him. Walters can't have it. Let's see.
Watch this.
Just really popped it.
With shoulders.
Oh, no, the right one, too.
Harvey Martin goes 250. Fell full weight on Ron Jaworski.
You know, I had oddly in line with what we've just seen, and one can only hope that there's nothing seriously wrong with Jaworski. I had a long talk with Pete Rozelle, the NFL commissioner, the other day.
What you're talking about is, yeah, there are things that happen. You hope that it's whatever it is. You hope that it's something that's
holding the left arm. It could be the left shoulder or perhaps the elbow. We will not speculate. We'll get a report for you on Ron Jaworski. Meanwhile, John Walton comes in. 11 of 19 this year. Also on the left side defensively for Dallas this past year with Ed Jones. Walton again to the air. Throws high over the head of Billy Canfield, but Canfield well covered defensively out there. It'll be 4th down. Max Redinger, who's been averaging about 42 yards a pop thus far tonight. Deep goes Steve Wilson. The 23, quick count, and again Redinger hangs it high. Wilson, no fair catch. He bobbles the football. I believe Philadelphia is indicating they have it. Wilson in a pileup. The ball jarred loose.
If they have it, Frank, it's an easy field goal range for Tony Franklin, the no-shoot kicker.
It seems no question in the mind of some of the Eagles. Now Dallas says we have it. And the referee, the final force, says you're right. The Eagles have it.
All right, you got Jaworski out. They have Staubach out. 2 backup quarterbacks are in there.
Get him, Harley!
Long count. Walton. Looking in the corner is Charlie Smith.
Touchdown.
How do you like
John
that?
Walton to Charlie Smith. Touchdown. 29 yards.
All right.
Oh, and he drilled it.
How did he get that wide open? Man, he did drill it, too. He had a good spot over that corner. That Smith he's had some good moves.
Good protection by the offensive line. Smith takes it down and in and then breaks it off, splitting the zone. Aaron Kyle too late. Touchdown Philadelphia.
I gotta tell you, Walton has a beautiful overhand delivery.
The quarterback, of course, Danny White, with Roger having retired earlier to the dressing room. Picked off. Randy Logan.
Oh, we've got things turned around.
They still have 48 seconds on the clock, and they have a strong kicker, and they also have a very confident quarterback in John Walton. Always threatening. There now is Dennis Thurman jumping into the line. Flag is down. And alley-oop pass to Harold Carmichael, incomplete.
That situation again, the ball was well thrown. 9 yards.
He's done it.
And again, Chara is the holder. He is a quarterback. This will be a 59-yard field goal. A lot of distance.
Look at that.
Look out. It's good.
See? He did it in college. He can do it here. What a kick.
Oh, boy. Is that exciting?
We're going to have a special look at Tony Franklin at halftime. Because right now we'll take another look at the kick. Don?
I'll tell you, that could have gone a lot further.
I think it could too, Frank. It cleared that up right through the middle. Not a lot further, but it could have gone a couple of yards further. It was over there. He was excited. Look at this reaction after he hit it. He knows he hit it good. He said, come on, come on, come on, yeah, that's it. Son of a gun.
4 yards short of Tom Dempsey's 63-yard NFL record, and I'm sure, again, he makes his home in Fort Worth. Met his mother and his brother, and they were all hanging around. So he has really come through tonight. That's the end of the first half. The Eagles out in front of the Cowboys, 17-7. Halftime highlights coming your way. And a closer look at the foot of Tony Franklin.
Typing will never be the same again. Introducing the new IBM Electronic 75 typewriter. It really works for you. Automatically it underlines and centers. Its memory stores 7,500 characters. Want to change a sentence right in the middle? You type the change. The new IBM Electronic 75 typewriter. And if you make a mistake, this typewriter erases it.
You dance on a river of wood, and the spinning shapes in the cold, dark water are your only bridge home. So you keep on dancing until the last log is in place and you can head for Miller time. Time for the best tasting beer you can find, Miller High Life.
When it's time to relax, we've got the beer, Miller beer. If you've got the time, we've got the beer.
Saturday, first undefeated Ohio State battles Michigan for a Rose Bowl berth. Then the #1 team in the nation, Alabama, takes on Miami on ABC.
Philadelphia over the Dallas Cowboys 17-7. The first half stats dominated by Dallas, but Philadelphia on top in the scoring. Both quarterbacks had to leave the game. Ron Jaworski is back on the sidelines warming up. He has a sprained left wrist. He may see action again. The Cowboys set to kick off to the Philadelphia Eagles, who have not turned the football over thus far tonight. It's Raphael Seption
and John Bunting, number 95 from North Carolina, a Tar Heel bred.
Chara is deep, barring anything extraordinary by Danny White. The Eagles should have good field position. Chara at his 33-yard line. And bouncing off Cowboys out to the 44-yard line. 42-yard punt, another nice return, Chara. So the Eagles, with Ron Jaworski back at the helm at good field position, will be back in Irving, Texas in just a moment. So Chet brought his little daughter with him.
Oh, boy.
First and 10. The Eagles have the football at the 43-yard line. Rufus Mays has been in right tackle for the Eagles for Jerry Sizemore since the second quarter. Jaworski dumps it off to Leroy Harris, and Harris is stacked up, and not until he picks up 5 yards. Has been doing a great job for him this year, but he was unable to go tonight, so Chara, as he does so often, steps in where he's needed. Second and 5. Eagles at the 48-yard line. Montgomery. And he is close to a first down at the 47-yard line.
There he goes. Aaron Kyle and then Cliff Harris. 1, 2, 3. Got him down.
Hi, Guy.
Harris 20, Barnes 38. Setbacks. This is Harris. And Harris gets to the outside, picks up the first down easily, and moves to the 36-yard line of Dallas. Vinnie Barnes taking him out of bounds at that point.
Caught old Randy Hughes that time. He was on his outside trying to cover that wing. Let him go, that inside flow, moved him on out.
Montgomery back in, along with Harris. Play action. Charlie Smith. Charlie Smith inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A gain of about 5, second down 5. Down screen. Carmichael 17. Smith to the outside. Harris gets the first down inside the 25-yard line. Philadelphia now moving the ball well on the ground. Larry Bethea, number 76, defensively now for Dallas. And Wilbert Montgomery gets the call, and inside the 20. Good hard running to the 17-yard line.
And where did they run that time? You saw Randy White go out, throw a little bit and throw.
They ran left twice in a row. Leroy Harris, Wilbert Montgomery.
Pickup of 6, second down 4. Again, Montgomery, and does he explode? Gets the first down inside the 15, close to the 12-yard line.
What they have to be careful of is the fumble.
Jaworski has Carmichael, touchdown. Oh, all right. He hung it high, working against Aaron Kyle, and we said it at the beginning of the game, when Kyle covers Carmichael, he gives up 9 inches. It was very important in that matchup. We need 24-7, and you better believe that there are a few happy Redskins looking on tonight. A new Eagle win will move them within 1 game of the Cowboys, as it would the Eagles. We'll be back.
To see it. They're great kids.
First and 10 Dallas, down 24-7. 4:39 remaining in the third quarter. From their own 33. Staubach again with time, but no receiver. Finds Tony Hill. And Tony Hill, who started the scoring tonight, gets to the 31-yard line of the Eagles.
Look at this again. The action begins when he catches the football. No, he doesn't have the strength of a Russ Francis or an Otis Taylor, But he has a way, doesn't he, Don?
Well, let's see if we can go this. What this really happened is that they had good defensive coverage everywhere. Give Roger and Tony a lot of credit for adjusting, but you don't really win because of the game.
Replacing Jim Cooper. 3rd down and 9. Staubach out of the shotgun. Fires. Incomplete. Taken out of bounds by Tony Hill. It'll be 4th down. The holder, Danny White, a quarterback that is always concerned for the defense. Short. It needs legs. And distance. And straightness. The Philadelphia Eagles will have the football at the 29-yard line.
Man of warmth, sensitivity, and philosophy.
1st and 10 Eagles. Wilbert Montgomery finds an opening, and look at him go. When he gets running room, he can really accelerate.
Does it?
I'll tell you, that was a fine tackle by Cliff Harris, as Wilbert Montgomery has just gone over 1,000 yards for the season. 2nd and 10, the ball at the 49-yard line of the Eagles. Montgomery. He gets 3-4 yards, moving into Dallas territory.
At 11 for 1 touchdown. It's got to be a lot of other areas besides where Staubach is that's gone wrong. He's doing all right.
Okay. 2nd down, 7. Montgomery breaking a tackle and slithering inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. Short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and about 2. 4-yard line of the Cowboys. Jaworski changing it up as we were told they would do, and they're doing it nicely.
As you watch this game unfold,
a setback for the Eagles, 3rd down 9. Jaworski gets away from Bruce Thornton on the pass rush, and he just dumps it off. No flags. Crowd doesn't like it. Oh, he's hit from 59. You were with us. Second longest ever in the NFL.
It's a chippy shot for him.
May have hooked it.
Hooked it. All right, we've talked about Dick Vermeil.
From my point of view, turns out to be a good friend, too.
On 3rd and 15, Jaworski goes down. Hit by Harvey Martin. I believe is blown dead, however, at the 5-yard line.
Now, that's really what you call one of your close calls, and I think one of the reasons that referee called it, he's behind that guy.
At Pioneer, we don't build a high-fidelity receiver the way some of our competitors do. Instead of a pressboard bottom, our SX780 has a metal one that limits interference. It has power meters and a DC power supply for richer bass. It's things like this that have made Pioneer #1 among people who care about music. And isn't that why you buy high-fidelity components? Because you care about music? Pioneer's SX780.
To every driver who'd love to watch the tachometer but has to watch the gas gauge, Datsun dedicates the new 200SX hatchback. Blistering performance and breathtaking gas mileage. A new fuel-injected engine unleashes over 8% more horsepower from 33% less gas. The new Datsun 200SX gonna drive you like you've never been driven.
Datsun, we are driven.
To bring back the joy of driving.
Now, the best Zenith ever, System 3, is even better.
Even better.
The sharpest Zenith picture ever.
Sharpest picture.
An all-modular chassis designed to be the most reliable Zenith ever.
Most reliable.
And now, better sound. 4 speakers, audio jacks, even an audio control center.
Better sound.
Zenith System 3.
System 3.
Now, even better.
Sunday, Raquel Welch is out to destroy Mork in a 1-hour special.
No surprise to me at all.
Max Runner will kick from the end zone. Steve Wilson defensively is set up at about the 43-yard line. Runninger has to hurry. End over end. Wilson will be able to field the ball.
I'd like to know where Ron Spring was going that time.
Swarmed under at the 36-yard line. 12:06 remaining in the game. 20 performance. 1st and 20. The ball at the 47-yard line of the Eagles. Roger in desperate trouble.
He sure
Todd
is.
Humphrey nails him back at the 37-yard line. Dennis Harrison was in there pressuring Staubach first. From the shotgun. Screen to Dorsett.
Oh, man.
And he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, short of the first down. It'll be 4th down, but beautiful running by Tony Dorsett. Staubach had his receiver, Jay Saldy, knocked off.
I'm telling you, he got hit
He was
really good.
clattered as he released the ball by Dennis Harrison. Jaworski, Krefli, complete, first down, Eagles.
Oh, what a big one. That's a good one. Again, these guys are getting open out there. They're giving them a good old country whipping tonight.
You know what's interesting? Dallas has
been 6. Quick toss, Montgomery. And Montgomery, who has gone over 1,000 yards for the season tonight, picks up about 4, short of the first down by maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd down. Bob Bruni defensively for Dallas. Of course, again, and Houston. Larry Barnes, right side, big pileup. Could be short.
If they don't make it, I know a good play they can call on 4th and short.
For Tony Franklin.
He's hooked 3, and he's missed. He's missed 3, hit 1, didn't he?
Oh, he's been trying it from out of the other side of the county, though. 45-yard attempt.
He corrected the hook.
Yes, he sliced it.
Just turn your right hand over a little, Tony.
He's beginning to look. There's the graphic that shows you the longest NFL field goals. But he's beginning to look like Meredith's golf game.
No, sir. My golf game is straight down the middle.
Down about 14. The ball back at the 25-yard line. Staubach puts one up in the direction of Tony Hill. This should be 6. Tony Hill's second touchdown of the night.
How do you like that?
9th of the season. And it comes from 75 yards out.
At any stage of the game. Look at that.
Bernard Wilson was trying to stay with Tony Hill. He wasn't close.
That was not a Hail Mary pass.
No, that was out there.
The excellence of the quarterback, the excellence of the receiver.
It's the second time tonight that I've seen really a receiver wide open. And again, both times it was Tony Hill. And they just haul off and throw that one as far as you can, and Hill happened to be down there.
They'll be trying to strip the ball.
Oh, is that a nice
one? Trying to hold on. Get there, taken by number 43, Cliff Harris. Handoff. Leroy Harris, in his second effort, he struggles close to a first down. Hopping out all over. Harris gets the first down for Philadelphia. Long count, looking for an offside call. They don't get it.
Got a man wide open.
Wide open is Montgomery. The pass is overthrown as Jaworski was under pressure from Tom Henderson on the blitz.
That's what I happen to think is one of them. Let's see if he uses him.
He did it last week, Don, against the Giants on a screen late in the game.
There he is.
Give him some running room.
You've got to get the ball to that man.
First down, out over the 40 to the 41. LeMaster made the stop. Time is ticking away.
Good call, my friend.
Drew Pearson out of bounds, stops the clock, a gain of 6.
This is the kind of pattern that's become somewhat legendary since Staubach has been here, because this.
Staubach gets out of trouble. And what an effort. He tried to get the ball to Ron Springs, but he just never quits.
Get it to Dorsett.
Screen, Dorsett. First down. Dorsett inside the Eagles 40. Seconds ticking away. We'll get the 2-minute warning. They have 2 minutes. They're down 24-14. Tony Hill. Inside the 20-yard line.
I'd start calling my timeouts is what I'd do. Look out.
Directing traffic over the middle. Ron Springs.
Timeout.
5-yard line, and now we'll get the timeout from the Cowboys.
What a great adjustment there was on Rogers' point right there. He was trying to go to kill the clock. They
Second and goal from the 5. There's the clock, 1:22. Billy Joe Dupree, touchdown Dallas.
There it is.
1:19 remains. The Cowboys have 2 timeouts. The onside kick is coming up. 1:19 remaining. Must travel 10. It doesn't.
All right.
I believe it was Edwards. Herman Edwards comes up with it for Philadelphia.
He has the habit of coming up with it. He's the guy who came up with the fumble last year against the Giants.
You know, I'd forgotten that.
But the Giants...
Montgomery, both arms on the football. A quick timeout by the Cowboys. That's their final timeout.
That's it.
Yeah, but that shows me something on Philadelphia. You know, now this is in a tough situation, and they're fighting a good defensive team.
3 yards to get.
But there's more than 3. That's a touchdown.
Wilbur Montgomery will score.
Goodbye.
I told you you couldn't get 3.
That is it.
You get 29.
Time for the song.
That's it. It's too late for the song. I may even change it. I missed last week.
Look at the entire Eagle team has come onto the field.
Yeah, I'm telling you, God love them. They did a good job, didn't they?
I tell you something.
They did it.
If there's any game where coaching matters, it's football. Man, does he show boyish enthusiasm? No, he never will.
Well, I don't call that boyish enthusiasm. I think when you lose anything, enthusiasm that goes along, it doesn't have to stop when you're 18 or 19 or go into your 20s. It's something that can carry all through your life. I think it's very important in sport, because to me, sport is something that is an opportunity for people to do something physically that some other people might not be able to do. And to show that and share that, I think is a very important thing for doing. I'm happy to see Dick Vermeil enjoy that. And I'm not really putting Tom Landry down.
I understand.
I'm really not at all.
Make it
top, and that's why it's a great game.
Ron Springs. And the rookie from Ohio State with a nifty return out over the 40 to the 43-yard line. Ron Springs. Oh, why get out of bounds? You're right, Ron. I agree. Seconds will tick away.
It's over.
That's over.
They'll get another playoff, perhaps 2.
Now, Roger, get out of bounds.
Time has expired as Roger goes out of bounds. Henry walks into the dressing room. He never takes the loss too serious. He'll regroup. He knows there's another day, and a great victory for Dick Vermeil. He came down here. He told the press in Philadelphia, we can beat them. We'll play them out of the ballpark. He denied he said that, but you felt that he was very confident all the way. Right now, for our West Coast viewers, stay tuned for a special edition of 2020 immediately following. Once again, the final score, Philadelphia 31, Dallas 21. Be sure to join us next week for ABC's NFL Monday Night Football, the Atlanta Falcons against the Los Angeles Rams from the LA Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles, California.